Hey everybody, what's going on? In this video, I'm gonna be doing a scrap run. I've got a bunch of scrap metal here that I'm gonna take to the scrap yard, and I'm gonna show you guys how much money you can make with scrap and if it's worth your time. So I tore apart a shed for a customer. All of this is material from the shed. I'm gonna take it, load it up into my trailer, and then we'll go to the scrapper and I'll show you guys what it's like. Here's a better look at this pile. So as you can see, there's an old bike in there, a hockey net, and then a bunch of scrap metal here from the shed that I tore apart. When you're taking scrap metal, you want to separate things. If you have aluminum, copper, different metals are worth separating because they pay different amounts. You can see I've got a pile of scrap metal here. So I've separated all of this metal that you're looking at is aluminum. So when you're taking scrap, you want to separate it into different metals. Copper is worth a lot, aluminum's worth a lot, and then you kind of have your general scrap. So if you have a hard time recognizing what is aluminum and what is steel, grab yourself a magnet. Aluminum is not magnetic. It won't stick at all. Something that's steel, it's gonna stick. So we want to separate the steel from the aluminum. Easiest way to do that is with a magnet to check it. So I've got all this. Some of it is really clean, some of it is painted, and some of it is dirty. I'm going to separate it as a lot of scrap yards grade it from clean to dirty. So we're going to take all this, I'll show it to you up closer, and we'll see how much it's worth. So here's a better look at this. I got a bunch of aluminum siding. That's a screen door, which is also aluminum. More siding, more flashing. I've got some railings, some window screens. So let's load this up and see how much it's worth. Like I mentioned previously, we want to make sure that we separate the different kinds of metals. So everything you see me loading into the back of the trailer is all the metals that are magnetic, being steel or iron. So all the shed material, the hockey net, the bicycle frame I'm putting into the trailer, and then I forgot to film this, but I loaded all the aluminum into the back of the truck. The next thing to do is to head to our local scrapper to drop all this off. So when you get to your scrapyard, typically you drive over a scale on your way in and they get a weight. As you can see, I'm 4,800 pounds. And then we head to the section to drop off the general scrap first. So as you can see, they have some machinery here to move it around. After unloading the general steel and iron scrap, I'm going to drive back out over the scale. It's going to weigh me after I've dropped it off, and it's going to calculate the difference. So on my way out, I'm 4,600 pounds, which means I had about 200 pounds of general scrap. Next, we're going to head over and drop off the aluminum. So we're looking for the section that is the non-ferrous. That means metals that are not iron. So we're going to head in here, and this is generally inside where they weigh you on smaller scales. I'm going to unload all that aluminum and get the total weight there. Here's a list showing some of the different prices for non-ferrous metals. This is all in Canadian dollar per pound. Copper would be the most expensive, then brass, and as you can see at the bottom, steel and iron is only 10 to 20 cents a pound. Here's the list showing all the different weights. This is the list for the aluminum. So they put it into different grades for the aluminum, and it's $163. So you simply just scan this, and then the nice thing is they give you all the money in cash. So I got $165 for the non-ferrous aluminum, and then for the steel, I only got $30, and that was for roughly 200 pounds worth of steel. So small quantities of steel aren't worth it, but more of the precious metals are definitely worth doing. I hope you guys found this video helpful and it gave you a basic understanding of how scrap metal works and how to get more value out of the metal that you collect. If you have any questions, leave them down below. It would also mean a lot to me if you could subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below. That helps other people find them. Check out my channel for other great tips and tricks.